What's going on? What's going on? It's your man Diamond K in here. Of course, the Diamond K Show on firebroadcasting.com. Hope everybody's having a great weekend and all that good stuff. I wanted to talk about, man, Lil Durk. Lil Durk, of course, the rapper from Chicago. Very promising career, right? He's got a Grammy and makes good music. I like Dirk's music. So the Chicago rapper, as many of you know, arrested in Florida on Thursday. Now the charge, serious charges, murder for hire charges. That's what he is suspected of doing. Now, following the arrest of five men affiliated with Dirk's Only the Family hip hop collective, they were also charged in this murder for hire plot. And it allegedly targeted Quando Rondo in retaliation for the 2020 murder of King Von. So, a lot to unpack here. And, some of these rappers watching too many movies. There's no way that you could be involved in a murder for hire plot. 2024, and think that you're going to get away with this. A high profile rapper, even a low profile rapper, as soon as pressure was applied, as soon as the heat was on, they turned on him. These are folks that are involved in his label, as well as suspected of being involved in this murder for hire plot. So let's get into some of the key facts here. Lil Durk is 32 years old. Real name is Durk Devontae Banks. And he is being held in Broward County, Florida, following his arrest on Thursday, according to Broward County arrest records. So, on the verge of dropping a new album. Like I said, he's got a Grammy. He's got some bona fide hits, right? Now, the arrest record says that Durk was arrested for a murder for hire charge, but the exact nature of his involvement in this alleged murder for hire plot is unclear. So folks are suspecting, the internet streets are saying that he paid to have this murder take place. So the target of the alleged murder plot did not even meet his demise. It was someone else. But we'll get into that. So last week on Thursday, five men, Kavon London Grant, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, Keith Jones, David Brian Lindsay, Asa Houston, whom prosecutors alleged to have ties to the Only the Family outfit, were arrested in Chicago and appeared in the Dirksen U.S. courthouse in Chicago, according to the Chicago Tribune. So these guys arrested, and then Durk gets arrested. So he's obviously involved in this, or at least suspected to be involved in this. So when you look at somebody like Young Thug has been on trial. It seems like Young Thug's been on trial for 5 years. Right? He ain't been on trial that long, but he's been on trial for a long time. This has the Young Thug, the YSL trial, has completely derailed his career. Now, you may say, why are you talking about career? Is somebody lost their life? And you're absolutely right. All right. And I'm not minimizing the loss of life at all. At all. I'm just unpacking this. And first of all, why, when we have so many of our artists attain a certain level of success, why are they still pulled to the streets? I thought we're trying to get out of the streets. That's what I thought. But it does not appear that way. So according to the indictment that was filed in the U.S. District Court in Los Angeles charges against the five men, including conspiracy to commit murder for hire resulting in death and the use of a machine gun resulting in death. All right, this is serious stuff. And so It's been a couple years since this murder happened. And after that, I guess folks thought that, I don't know, they're in the clear. They thought that because some time had gone by, maybe no one was investigating this. No, they're still investigating. They're still investigating. And prosecutors have alleged that the five men conspired in 2022 to kill rapper Quando Rondo as retaliation for the 2020 altercation between his crew and King Von's crew involving an exchange of gunfire that killed King Von. Now, for that death, Quando Rondo's affiliate, Timothy Leaks, was charged with murder. So, according to the investigation, this was a retaliation attempt for that. Now, prosecutors say that the five men traveled to Los Angeles to shoot and kill Quando Rondo in his car, but the gunfire instead killed his cousin. And he was a passenger in the vehicle, Lil Pop, right? So we have reached out to representatives for Lil Durk and attorneys for the five men in Chicago, but we have not heard back yet. So a lot to unpack here. This is going to be a trial. This is going to be a whole thing. And sadly, a lot of families affected by this. Is this the end of drill rap? Can Durk recover his career? This may be the end of drill rap, and I don't know how Durk recovers his career, at least for some time. At least for some time. Now, he has an album that is going to be released shortly. Biggest hit of his career, All My Life, the collab with J. Cole. Love that record. And, you know, we've been hearing fans and folks saying that they want to separate the artist from the artistry, right? Separate the person from the artist, right? So when folks commit crimes or do heinous acts, some people have made a rationale that they can say, I can still support this artist while not supporting what they did. And I think that you're going to continue to hear a lot of that kind of stuff. So prior to Durk's arrest, he was promoting his forthcoming album, Deep Thoughts. It is set to drop on November the 22nd. I think that it's still going to drop. He'd released a couple of songs last month, including Late Checkout, which came out about 2 weeks ago. And so he's trying to build up the buzz for the new album. I don't know. This case is disturbing. It's just like, why would you do this? Why would you think that this was a good idea? Did the internet pressure him? I mean, because when the death of King Von happened, there was a lot of pressure. We thought, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. But the internet can be a tricky place. A lot of the stuff that people say in comment sections, you can't take it serious. You can't feel that pressure. Well, maybe you feel the pressure, but you can't act on it. Not like this. Not like this. And so you have this situation. We have a popular rapper who is in jail, and it just seems like that is the norm. We're just having all of these rappers just go. So Durk had the key to the city, and just like with Sean Combs, we've seen that when you have these kind of charges come up, the city will turn on you quick. Will turn on you quick. I know they say innocent until proven guilty, and he has not been found guilty of anything. So we need to say that first. He has not been found guilty. Lil Durk has not been found guilty of anything. But the thing that I want folks to recognize is that if they did not have strong evidence, they would not have arrested him. If they did not have strong evidence, and it appears that they have some strong evidence. Grammy award-winning rapper in a murder for hire plot. So years ago, I guess a couple years ago, when we heard maybe it was Gene Deal, that security for Diddy, former security. When we heard him start, and whoever else, I can't remember who was the first person to say it, but we started to hear rumors of or rumors that Diddy had something to do with the death of Tupac, right? And at the time, based on the persona of Diddy, we're like, what? No, that's not nothing that had nobody doing no murder for hire. But more time that has passed, it doesn't seem as crazy anymore. And this Grammy award-winning rapper Lil Durk from Chicago, I play his music all the time. I played it, at an event last week. Listen to it myself. It doesn't seem that far-fetched in this situation, and a lot of this has to do with the internet. A lot of this has to do with how quickly news and information and rumors and lies and the truth spread because of the internet. So we have Lil Durk arrested on federal charges. Now, let me say this, and I've said this many times before. When the feds bring charges, they usually have all the information. They've had 2 years to investigate this. 2 years. And so it seems like he's being charged allegedly with orchestrating this plot to kill a rival rapper. Thankfully, Drake and his feud with Kendrick has not reached to that level. Although there was gunfire at one point in time, you remember there was some gunfire at Drake's house. Rappers that are feuding should keep it on the songs. Keep it on the songs. I don't get it. I don't get it. An FBI affidavit, which was released on Friday, federal prosecutors allege that Banks, the leader of the outfit OTF, Only the Family, ordered his associates to kill Quando Rondo in retaliation for the murder of King Von. So Vaughn, if you remember, was gunned down by an associate of Quando Rondo in November of 2020. Prosecutors allege. So they got into a fight outside of a strip club in Atlanta. And according to this from the FBI, Banks Banks is Durk, placed a bounty on Quando Rondo's life following King Von's murder, according to this affidavit. Prosecutors alleged that the group used money from Durk and OTF, these finances from them, from the organization, to carry out the hit. Now, once they found Quando Rondo's location, 5 OTF members who we've listed, Keith Jones, David Lindsay, DeAndre Wilson, Asa Houston, and a 5th unnamed associate traveled on a one-way flight from Chicago to San Diego on August 18th, 2022. This is the day before the shooting, according to the affidavit. Durk texted the associate arranging the flights. "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me," he said. Once in Los Angeles, Kavon London Grant, who had flown there by private jet, booked a hotel room for the 5 OTF members using a credit card in Banks' name, according to the affidavit. One day later, which is the day of the murder, Grant and OTF members tracked down and stalked Quando Rondo in 2 separate vehicles, according to the affidavit. Lindsey Jones and the unnamed associate opened fire on Bowman's vehicle. Bowman is Quando Rondo, which was a black Cadillac Escalade at a gas station near the Beverly Center shopping mall. The gunman fired at least 18 rounds at the vehicle, striking and killing Robinson, who is an associate of Quando Rondo and was traveling with the rapper. So you have this, as you see in the movies, because like I said, these kids are watching the movies. They're watching the movies too much, right? you know, and rap is entertainment and it's a lifestyle, but this is not and playing too many video games clearly because why they thought that they were going to get away with this craziness. So they kill the wrong person. And then Jones, Lindsay, Wilson, Houston, and the unnamed associate flew back to Chicago hours after the killing, according to the affidavit. Grant, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston were indicted for their alleged roles in this murder for hire plot by a California grand jury last month, October 17th. So once that happened, this ball is rolling. So this murder took place 2 years ago. These guys thought, "Phew, we beat the charge. We beat it. We got away with it." No, the feds were involved. The feds were involved. And so Durk, 32-year-old, like I said, from Chicago, Grammy Award winning for All My Life with J. Cole, arrested in Miami while attempting to flee the country. Oh, this looks so bad. This looks so bad. So he was attempting to flee the country, according to the FBI affidavit. He had booked 3 international flights scheduled to leave the country Thursday. A one-way flight from Miami to Dubai, another from Fort Lauderdale to Switzerland, another from Miami to Italy. Now, that was kind of slick, right? Tried to confuse them. Banks made his initial appearance before the judge in the Southern District of Florida yesterday afternoon. He remains in federal custody and is expected to be arraigned in Los Angeles federal court in the coming weeks. He's going to be extradited. And as I said, they have not immediately responded to requests for comment, nor do I expect that they will, that he will, or allow his attorneys to respond. And so, a gangster's life ain't fun. This is gangster stuff, right? You're either going to be a gangster or you're going to be a musician. It is very hard to do both. Very hard to do both. Because if you're going to be a gangster, you got to do gangster things. And if you're going to make music, you got to do musician things. But these two worlds don't coincide for long. You have some gangsters who've been in the music industry and have moved around in the music industry, but eventually things catch up. Eventually things catch up. And when this trial unfolds, there's going to be what the streets call snitching happening. There's going to be telling. There's going to be all kind of things. But like I said, with the loss of life, families affected, the community affected, I hope that folks are learning a lesson. I'm tired of seeing this happen over and over and over again. But this is nothing new. And I don't want all of you old school rap fans out there talking about, look at these kids. I can't believe that, because we can go back. There are some old school rappers on death row. And there have been talks that if Durk is convicted of this, he could be facing the death penalty. Some of y'all old school folks will remember Steady B and Cool C. These were rappers from the 80s, and they were involved in their career took a dip, and they started a group called CEB, right? And they're trying to get it off the ground. They dropped a couple of songs, maybe had a little bit of a buzz, and then they go out and start doing some robberies, trying to get money up, end up killing a police officer, security guard, killing her, a woman, and they end up, fleeing, get caught. There's snitching involved, obviously, and one of them is on death row. So I don't want the old school folks saying these young rappers, because the old school rappers did it too. And we have plenty of instances where rappers have tried to live the gangster life, getting caught up for whatever reason. And this is a sad story for a lot of reasons. and we're going to continue to follow this. Hopefully, um, hopefully we can get some type of a statement from Durk's attorneys. So we'll keep you posted on that. But we're going to continue to follow this story, and I'm encouraged to hear folks' thoughts, of course, in the comment section: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, Threads. At the Diamond K Show, of course, on youtube.com/djdiamondk. We're going to continue to follow this story. Is this the end of drill rap? I think it should be. I think that it should be, and I don't want folks out there talking about he rapping what he living what he rapping what he living, all that kind of stuff. This is not the way it's supposed to go. This is not the way that it's supposed to go. All right. So, of course, everybody have a great weekend. We'll be back on Monday with more of the show. All right. I don't know. This is very disturbing. This is very disturbing for a lot of reasons. I mean, it's a dumb move. It was a dumb move. And here you are.